Good Thursday morning. Welcome to your WAFB First Alert Weather Extra. I'm meteorologist Henry Blakes, and we've got wet weather across the area, mainly along and north of the I-10-12 corridor. Coastal parishes still waiting on the rain, but it will get there eventually. It's just a bit slow to move as the frontal system is stalling at the time. But let's take a look across our viewing area. Downtown Baton Rouge pointed from Port Allen, just some light rain in the capital city, as well as on the Mississippi River. It's a bit of a gloomy day, even another round of heftier storms about to make their way into new roads as we take a look at the lower left corner. And all around town, it's a gray, gloomy day with the showers trying to make their way through the region. Let's take a look at radar for the time being. And as I mentioned, much of the activity along and north of the I-10-12 corridor, but as you go south of Baton Rouge towards I-10, you're still going to run into some showers, especially as you go into Ascension Parish. Nothing really happening in and around the New Orleans area or from Houma, Thibodaux. That will gradually make its way later on today to the south, but that frontal system, by its stalling, the rain is a bit slow to move. So let's turn on the lightning, and the good news is that right now we're not looking at very many lightning strikes. So this is mostly a rain event with a few brief heavy downpours and a few embedded thunderstorms. Zooming in tighter into the Felicianas. For the time being, Jackson, Clinton, the worst is over for you, but notice a bit of a line of heavier rain or moderate rain extending from just north Baker and into Zachary and just to the west of Greensburg. All of this is pushing to the east. Going to give you some brief heavy downpours at times and maybe some rumbles of lightning. Notice St. Francisville, you've got another little hefty cell. Not looking at any lightning right now, but pushing in from the west once again. Going to give you another decent band of rain and possibly even into new roads as well. Closer into the Baton Rouge area, mostly light rain. Some of us in the capital city, especially the downtown area, getting a little bit of a break from some of the rain, but all you have to do is head up north to Baker. There's that batch of rain, mainly going to go closer to Central and eventually Watson. We got some light rain in and around Irwinville, and that is going to continue for much of the morning and your afternoon. But believe it or not, with the rain and the clouds, temperatures much cooler than they should be for late August. Notice we're at 77 in Baton Rouge and New Roads. Check out Macomb, 71 degrees, even low 70s from Hattiesburg to Bogalusa. But from Lafayette, Gonzales, especially down to the coastal parishes, that's where you're in the low to mid 80s. And it's feeling more like the low to mid 90s. It feels like 97 in Patterson, 93 for New Iberia and Houma. That's because of the lack of rain and a little bit of additional sunshine. But once the rain gets there, as I mentioned, it's going to be slow to get to our coastal parishes since this frontal system is slowing down. But for the moment, enjoy the nice weather. Where you have the rain, at least enjoy the comfortable temperatures. Now, with that rain and a slow moving frontal system, it does come with the potential of some localized flooding in some locations, mainly in low-lying areas. That goes Gonzales, Baton Rouge, Lafayette, Hammond, all the way northward into Mississippi. Now, keep in mind, not everyone is going to see flooding, but some of those heftier bands of storms could produce some brief heavy downpours and localized flooding when it comes down to ditches, streams, and creeks. So for the moment, hopefully you have your umbrellas handy with you already before you head it out, or if you are heading out this afternoon, have them with you because there is the potential you're going to need some of that as you go into the evening. So for the time being, some of the models do have the rain gradually making its way out of here by at least the evening, if not tonight, and gradually make its way into our coastal parishes. It all depends on if that frontal system slows down even more. That may delay some of the rain for our coastal parishes. But nonetheless, many of us, especially along and north of the I-10-12 corridor and even south of there, going to have the rain gear with you. Now, Saturday, there's still some uncertainty on the timing of the rain. A lot of the models have Saturday completely dry. We're just not seeing that happening with the trends. Looking at Futurecast right now, could be waking up to a little bit of shower activity for your Saturday morning. Afterwards, getting in on a break, but during the afternoon, we could see a few more showers and storms pop up. Not expecting a washout, but I think the best chances for tomorrow are going to be at least during the morning and early afternoon for wet weather, but not expecting anything as hefty or intensive rainfall as some of us have seen for today. As going to Sunday, things are going to be a bit on the cloudier side, but looking relatively dry for your Sunday. Maybe a spotty shower or storm or two, but for the moment, it all depends on that frontal system. And unfortunately, it looks like we may be getting in on more rounds of rain for your Labor Day Monday. Hopefully not, but the trend is kind of favoring that over the next 24 to 48 hours. So we'll be monitoring that for you throughout the coming days. But for now, just enjoy the nice little cool weather for those of you that have it. Those across the coastal parishes, you have to give it a few more hours. Like I'm saying, that front system is slow to push southward, but once it does, you'll have your better chances of rain later on today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and remember to watch 9 News at noon because Jeff Morrow will have the latest updates on your Labor Day weekend and forecast. And also remember, you can always watch our newscast live on WFB Plus, as well as visiting our YouTube page and watching us online at WFB.com.